Ladies and gentlemen, boys and NBs, welcome back once again to the DMZ, and it's time to go over the absolute best gun loadouts for Season 5 Reloaded to take us all the way through to Season 6. Before we get started, I would just like to say, your likes go so far for the algorithm, and subscriptions are huge. We are now monetized as a channel, we're almost to 1,000. We are blowing up, and I owe all to you guys. So please, if you don't mind, slap that like button. And if you're new here, think about subscribing. Now let's get into it. I wanted to start off by going over our two new guns, starting with a 9mm Damon. The 9mm Damon, we're going to use the CN30 suppressor, the Rapid 30 trigger, the 26-round magazine, the Damon hand rear grip, and the FJX Diode 70 laser. This thing is a banger. If you need to use a pistol for a mission, this is now the one to use. It is better than anything else in the game, and with this build you are going to clap everything and be extremely sneaky doing it. For tuning, you're going to tune your suppressor down and to the left, your trigger down and to the right, your rear grip up and to the right, and your laser down and to the left to maximize your stats to their absolute fullest. This thing's a banger, man. I killed a couple of MP5 users with it on a Sheikah last night. It was incredible, so give it a shot. Next up, we're talking about the Lochman Shroud, or the new Burstfire MP5, which is actually a subsonic SMG, and this thing hits like a truck, but it is a burstfire weapon, so keep that in mind. We're going to start with the VLK 7mW laser at the VX Pineapple, the 9mm sub overpressured rounds, the 50 meg or the 40 round, up to you. And then we're going to finish it with the stockless mod, because this thing has no recoil with this build. It absolutely slaps and is absolute top movement. For tuning, we're going to tune our laser down and to the left, our foregrip up and to the left, our ammo up and to the left, and then there's nothing else left to tune on this build, and it absolutely slaps everything. It is a burst fire gun, but if you can get used to it, you will absolutely own the lobby. Next up, let's talk about the M13C, which is an absolute demon. We're going to start with the FSS Covert V, then we're going to add the Edge 47 foregrip, the 60 round mag, the Bruin R90 factory stock, and I use the Corio Enforcer optic from the Black Cell bundle. However, you can use the AIM-OP, the Mini Pro, or whatever you prefer on this gun. It is completely up to you. For tuning, we're going to tune our suppressor down and to the left, our Edge 47 up and to the right, our optic down and to the right, and our stock down and to the right to maximize our stats and make this thing absolutely slap. The M13C is my current favorite go-to sniper support, and it is absolutely incredible. And to tell you what, I actually pair this with our next gun on the list, which is the FJX Imperium. And for that FJX Imperium, we're going to start with the Nil Sound 90, the high velocity ammunition, then we're going to add the VLK 7W laser, the CP60 grip, and the RIB 400 stock. For tuning, we're going to tune our suppressor down and to the left, our ammo up and to the left, our laser down and to the right, our stock down and to the right, and our rear grip up and to the right to get the maximum stats out of this gun so we can quick scope and absolutely snap on players. No need to hold your breath here until 400 meters. You will absolutely decimate everyone because you're going to zoom in faster than them. You're going to clap them faster than them. It is incredible with this build. This is by far my favorite sniper. However, there is another one to talk about, and that is the MCPR. And for the MCPR, we're going to start with the Nil Sound 90, the high velocity ammunition, the FSS Ole V laser, the F-Tac Locus SP optic, and the Cronin line stock. This build is absolutely incredible. You get 10 rounds instead of 5. I believe this is the best sniper. I just prefer the Imperium because it's better for my playstyle. However, to tune this, you're going to tune your suppressor down and to the left, your high velocity up and to the right, your Ole V laser down and to the right, your optic down and to the right, and then your stock down and to the right. I'm telling you, either of these snipers, you cannot go wrong. Don't hold your breath. Just quick scope and demolish your opponents. If you guys weren't aware, over 70% of my viewers are not subscribed to the channel, which is absurd. There are so many of you guys watching that may not be aware that you are not subscribed to my channel, but are here watching every video. If you could just double check that you're subscribed, that would be amazing. And again, make sure to slap that like button. We are live 6 days a week, and we would love to see you. We just got monetization, so if you want to become a member of the Goon Squad, that would be absolutely fantastic as well. Now let's move on. Let's talk about another sniper support in the Advancer. Avancer. For the Avancer, we're going to start with the FSS Covert V suppressor at the X10 Gravedigger, the high velocity ammunition, the 60 round mag, and we're going to finish off with your choice of optic. However, I use the Choreo Enforcer optic again from Black Cell. You can use the AMOP, you can use the Choreo REX, use the Mini Pro. There are so many options. This gun just got a huge buff. It's also incredible with the iron sights. In that case, I would throw on the Ion rear grip. This gun is amazing right now. Give it a try behind your sniper. You will not regret it. For tuning, we're going to tune our suppressor down and to the left, our Gravedigger up and to the right, our ammo up and to the left, and our optic down and to the right. Or if you're using the rear grip, you're going to tune it up and to the right. And now it's time to talk about Old Faithful, the best gun in the game, the M4. Again, the FSS Covert V. We're going to use the Phase 3 foregrip, the high velocity ammunition, the 60 round mag. I use the Choreo REX Pro on this gun, but again, AMOP, Mini Pro, whatever optic you want, it's dealer's choice. To tune this thing, we're going to tune our muzzle down and to the right, our foregrip up and to the right, our ammo up and to the left, and our optic down and to the right. This is the jack of all trades. You cannot go wrong with the M4. It will get everything done for you, and this is my regain gun. I love the M4, and I will never quit her. She is my baby, and I suggest you give her a shot too. However, sticking to the Armalite platform, let's talk about the M13B or the M13 Bravo. This is the M4's bigger brother and the most used, most damaged, highest TTK, or sorry, lowest TTK, fastest killing gun over range. And for this build, we're going to use the FSS Overt V, Agent Grip, the high velocity ammunition, the 60 round mag, and the Choreo Enforcer optic. In my case, you can use the AMOP, Choreo Rex, the Mini Pro, the SR07, or whatever you would like on this gun. For tuning, we're going to use the Covert V tuned down and to the left, the Agent Grip tuned up and to the right, high velocity tuned up and to the left, and then our optic tuned down and to the right. The M13 is it this season, boys. This is the gun if you are trying to slap absolutely anybody at any rank. The M13 is a goddamn demon. And I'm going to give you one more sniper support build, and that is for the Chimera, starting with the VX Pineapple, the 1 milliwatt Artemis Laser, the Cronin Mini Pro, the Ravage 10 stock, and the 45 round magazine. The Chimera just got a huge buff, and it's probably the best 300 black rifle in the game, but I refuse to accept it because the M13C is so good. However, with this build, we're going to tune our Pineapple up and to the right, our Artemis Laser down and to the right, our Mini Pro down and to the right, our stock down and to the left, and then we're going to throw the 45 round mag to make this thing an absolute banger. The Chimera is good everywhere you take it, sniper support, or as a main in Koshi, or Building 21, or even on Vondel and Ashika. This gun is a banger. But now it's time to talk about the heavy hitters, and let's start with the Cast-Off 7.62 and the Husher 65 silencer, followed up by the Edge 47 foregrip, high velocity, the AMOP V4, and the 40 round magazine finish off this perfect build. The Cast-Off 7.62, man, this is the gun for me this season. If you like the iron sights, use the recoil control rear grip with this build instead of the optic and tune that down and to the left. However, for this build, we're going to tune our suppressor down and to the right, Edge 47 up and to the right, high velocity up and to the left, and our optic down and to the right. I'm telling you, the Cast-Off 7.62 is probably the hardest hitting, best meta rifle in the game right now. If there is anything better, that would be the TAC V. Even though it has gotten a couple of nerfs recently, it still hits like a fucking truck. So for the TAC V, we're going to start with the Husher 65 suppressor, the Edge 47 foregrip, the high velocity, the 50 round drum. I use the Choreo REX Pro, but you can use the AMOP, you can use the Cronin Mini Pro, use the SR07, or whatever you want on this gun. This gun is fucking incredible, man. I'm telling you, I don't think they even touched it. They say they nerfed it, but it still feels like the demon it was. Give it a shot. For tuning, we're going to tune our suppressor down and to the left, our foregrip up and to the right, our high velocity up and to the left, and our optic down and to the right. You don't need an optic. You can throw the ADS rear grip or the Ole V laser on it, both of which you're going to tune for sprint to fire and aim down sight speed. But we got to have an LMG on this list, and for that, we're going to use the RAP H with the Husher 65 silencer, the VX Pineapple, the Romeo FT 16-inch barrel, the FSS Ole V laser, and the AIM-OP V4 or optic of your choice. This thing hits like a truck. It is the best gun in the game if you can deal with the aim down sight speed of an LMG. For this, we're going to tune our suppressor down and to the left, our Pineapple up and to the left, our barrel up and to the left, our Ole V down and to the right, our AIM-OP down and to the right. This thing is incredible. Take it for a whirl. I'm pretty sure the barrel has some pretty hidden stats, but I'm not 100% sure on that. This thing is incredible, and this is what we're using to drop nukes on the channel regularly. And as we head into our last two builds, I just wanted to say we have a Discord with over 200 members and a popping looking for group channel. So if you're looking for people to play with, this is definitely the spot to be. Come join No Cord. There's a link in the description. Make sure to like the video and subscribe to the channel, and I hope to see you there. And all right, it's time to round this out with the Bass P with the 10.5-inch Bruin Typhon barrel, the Agent Grip, the overpressured ammo, and the VLK 7mm laser backed up with the 50-round drum. For our barrel, we're going to tune up and to the left, our Agent Grip up and to the right, overpressured ammo up and to the left, and our 7mm laser down and to the right. This is my favorite SMG this season. I think it's the best. The buff pushed it over into the absolute top meta category. However, you may disagree, and you may think this next gun is the best one, and that is the Lochman Sub or the MP5. And for the MP5, we're going to start with the X10 RR40 suppressor, the VX Pineapple, the Lochman Pulsar barrel, and the VLK 7mm laser, rounded out with either the 40 or the 50 round magazine to make this the absolute build for everything you can do with it. This gun is phenomenal. I still think the Bass P is better, but this thing is just as good. If you're going to run a gun behind your AR, run the Bass P or run the MP5. These things are both incredible. And that's gonna do it for me, boys. I'm telling you, slap that like button, make sure to slap that subscribe, join No Cord, and I hope to see you soon. GG, boys.